I'm back, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about what is a nurse. Do you really know? I have a feeling you'll be surprised at what I'm about to tell you. Not only does a nurse care for people, for loved ones, of the families, the patients, we care for each other. We care for the other staff members, the physicians, the nurses' aides. We care for absolutely all the facets of our working. Um, It's a beautiful thing, as one quote was saying, and I can't remember. No, I do remember. It doesn't have an author that we are aware of, but it says it's a beautiful thing when a career and your passion come together. I believe that that is true. I feel that way too. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about what a nurse does. It really defines me as a person. And I'll tell you, the reason for that is I have always said that we are born to be what we are. That the Lord prepared our little bodies and our souls before we were even born on this earth because He knew what we were going to be, even before our moms, dads, before we did, certainly. And He had a way prepared for me, and that was to be a nurturer. A nurse is, above all, a nurturer. And it's not just a she. Nurses can be males as well. I have worked with many wonderful male nurses. They have the heart of the nursing just as much as any female person that I know, sometimes even more. They're not only good with the crises, the critical things like emergency nursing or critical care like ICU, but they are very good with children. Their hearts are open and they are touched just the same as you and I, or you and us ladies, whichever the case may be. There are many roles that nurses play. I remember when I was a nurse in school, I said to my friends, you know, not only is the hospital getting a bunch of free labor from the nursing students, but another thing that they are getting is that they are having waitresses, because we go and get things and bring it to the patients, families, the doctors, the other nurses, and anyone else that wants it. They are getting counselors. They are getting ministerial staff sometimes. They're certainly getting teachers. Because after all, and I feel this mostly, that we teach our patients and their families, as well as each other, all about their diseases and their diagnoses, their treatments, and all that kind of thing. And, you know, if I hadn't been a nurse, I was thinking about being a teacher. But I have the best of both worlds, because after all, I do both every day in my job as a nurse. Now, one sideboard that I'd like to take is that I don't think of nursing as a job. I feel that it is a vocation. Oh, no, that is a job. I feel it's an avocation. I feel that the Lord called me to nursing, and that's what I am. But I think that people who look at nursing and think only of it as a way to make money or a way to work and nothing else are really missing something. And there are many, many types of nurses. There are critical care nurses, which I am one. There are lactation nurses for those who want to nurse their babies. There are pediatric nurses. There's obstetrical nurses to help moms deliver the babies. There's orthopedics. There is emergency nursing. There is just about any type of nursing that you could possibly think of. Drug and alcohol addiction counseling and nurses for that, and there are nurses for correctional facilities as well. But there is a vast and limitless area for us as nurses. We never get bored, believe me. I learned this way back in nursing school, but I also learned it on the website with Rasmussen College by Brianna Fallon. She was talking about the various types of nurses. And then another thing that I learned as I was doing my research was that there are many, many skills that nurses have. This was not only from Rasmussen, it was about 10 years ago, but it's still very valid. But it was also from Mayo Clinic, from their school of nursing area, that nurses have many skills. We have to have very good communication skills. We have good critical thinking, flexibility, the desire to learn, and attention to detail. Also, a deacon of school of nursing taught me those things too. There are many salaries that nurses would receive depending on how long they've been a nurse and where they work, what kind of nursing, those kinds of things. I mean, we can make well into the six figures, high six figures, but that's not why I do it. It never has been. It is why many nurses do it, but woe unto those that want to make only the money and not think about the people, because after all, that's what I became a nurse for, and I think most of us did too. There's a quote that I'd like to leave you with today. It's by Shakespeare, and he said that the purpose of life, what, no, the meaning of life is to find yourself. The purpose of life is to give it away. I believe that's what we do as nurses. And if we can't give it away, then what are we doing as nurses after all? Thank you so much for your time. I hope you've learned something. Have a great day. Bye-bye.